Bharat Mata Ki Jai, World Racer, Sabine and Roger here. Let's watch India's Chandrayaan 3 makes historic moon landing and the story of Chandra and the moon's significance in Hinduism.
Yeah, we realized that we know very little about what Hinduism is teaching about the moon. So we're going to find that out now. And also, it was a shocker when this moon landing was happening because we knew nothing about it. All of a sudden, we were getting comments. Yeah, India's landing on the moon. We love it. So we're going to learn about all of this. But before we get into it, I got to shout out Damak Dam. They sent us a box of amazing t-shirts, and this is one of them. If anybody knows what this scene is all about,
It's not the moon.
let me know in the comments section. And we're also going to leave a pinned comment with the link to Damak Dam. And if you use the discount code Raise the World 20, you get 20% off your purchase. So check them out, support Sanatan Dharma, and let's check out these wonderful videos.
We can see the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji,
Yeah, Modi ji.
who is here to encourage us, and he is critically looking at the visuals.
This is it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like a maybe time lapse, time delay.
जी हाँ
Whoa.
Oh, did it? Oh, this is it?
Because it was going
Yay!
like boop, boop,
Boop,
boop.
boop, boop. Oh, look how happy!
Cool.
Look how
Sweet.
happy!
People
Wow,
are
this looks
applauding.
like-
Let us all wait to
Oh,
hear
so many people.
from the Secretary
Wow.
Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath.
Nice.
Oh, how cute! I
लैंडर
love happy
मॉड्यूल पूरी
people.
I
तरह
want an
से
India flag.
सेफली और सॉफ्टली चंद्रमा के सतह पे लैंड हो चुका है।
Awesome.
ये हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही गर्व की बात है।
Oh,
That's
look
हिंदी में
how
एक कहावत है
happy.
कि चंदा मामा दूर के, लेकिन
Right
अब
on.
हम ये कह सकते हैं कि चंदा मामा अपने घर के।
Chandrayaan. What does Chandrayaan
बहुत ही
mean?
उमदा. The hard work of the
Yeah, now
entire
it's
ISRO
3. Was there
community
2
has come to
prior?
fruition.
Speech.
Aw. Look how happy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love happy people.
आदरणीय
awesome.
प्रधानमंत्री जी नमस्कार
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
sir we have achieved soft landing on the moon.
Yay.
India is on the moon.
Soft landing. Ah.
These ancient calendars, do you think they were, I mean, I'm sure they were kind of built according to astronomy of sorts.
Right.
Because if, for example, if you look at the Gregorian calendar, where it's Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, it's cool. But it's very stiff. Other than that one day, every 4 years, which is just extra. Again, that's
Right.
just, it's very mathematical and stiff.
Right.
What's the logic of the Hindu calendar?
So, Ranveer, the Indian calendar basically is a lunar calendar.
Okay.
And the Gregorian calendar is a solar calendar.
Okay.
So that's one of the major differences. Okay. So the lunar calendar is according to the movement of the moon. The tithis, and if you would have observed, sometimes the festival is celebrated on overlapping days. What is the logic of that? Solar day is one. It can't be overlapping. But these days are decided as per the moon rise.
Okay.
So the tithis are calculated as per the movement of the moon. When the moon is going into the next zodiac, that is when the tithi changes.
Got you.
So that's why, a lot of people don't understand. And people ask, the Western festivals are all on fixed days. Why can't we have fixed days for festivals so that we know, when it's coming? But they are fixed days
Yeah.
in
totally.
Indian calendar.
I mean, if you go one layer deeper, it's probably because the moon has some sort of effect on the
Yes.
human mind.
Yes.
I mean, all yoga schools look at the
Definitely.
moon as a very significant part of the yogic process in general.
Right.
I have been told, again, there is no scientific proof behind this, but I've been told that the moon affects your ability to digest food as well. And different phases of the moon affect your ability to digest food as well.
What?
Again, this is
I'm
from
gonna
one of the
observe
yogic
that.
schools. I'm
Right.
just relaying
Cool.
information.
Oh.
So that's the logic behind keeping a full day fast on a full moon day. They say that
Right.
on that day, the pull of the moon is supposed to be more.
Right.
I don't know how true that is, but I will tell you this. I've experienced doing these 36-hour fasts on full moon days, and the meditations are way more intense. on those days.
Right.
So I am 110% sure that if you really dial back and see the pure knowledge of the rishis, they would have linked Navratri to something about lunar
For sure,
phases.
for sure. And you see, moon does have a lot of effect on our physiology. The whole concept of, it affects the oceans. The tides are because of the moon. So why wouldn't it
Totally.
affect our
Yeah.
body?
If
you
you're
know?
70% water.
If you're 70% water, exactly. That's the concept.
love it.
That's the thought behind it. And there's a theory that the menstrual cycle is actually linked to the moon,
Really?
because
What?
moon has 28 days cycle, right? So it is linked to the moon, probably. That's a theory. So
But don't women have like a fixed date of their periods?
yeah, but I mean that's the theory. I haven't really dive deeper into it, but that's a theory that there's a correlation of the menstrual cycle with the lunar cycle.
Fascinating.
Cool.
Navagraha are the 9 heavenly bodies and deities that influence human life on earth according to Hinduism and Hindu astrology. This video will narrate to you the various aspects and stories associated with the second of the Navagraha, Chandra. To know more about the other planets of the Navagraha, watch the playlist linked in the comments below. Chandra, also known as Soma, is the Hindu god of the moon and is associated with the night, plants, and vegetation. The second day of the week, Monday, is dedicated to this god and is known as Somvar in Hindi. One must offer white or silver colored articles and wear white to please the celestial god. Chandra is depicted only with a face and has 2 hands holding white lotuses but no body. The lunar deity is never depicted with a full body, symbolizing his waxing and waning. There are multiple stories behind the birth of Chandradev. In the first version, Chandra was born in the ocean of milk and nearly blinded the Devas with his bright, glowing body.
Wow.
The Devas unanimously decided to give Chandra the status of a planet and sent him to the cosmos. The second version goes as
What?
follows. Lord Brahma began creating the universe. As he created the 7 rishis, he instructed them to aid him in his creation by engaging in procreation. The 7 rishis were Vashishtha, Marichi, Pulastya, Pulaha, Atri, Angiras, and Kratu. Atri was married to Anasuya and had no children. Anasuya was a very virtuous woman. So the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva wanted to test Anasuya. They transformed themselves into 3 sages and appeared before Atri and Anasuya, asking them to serve food. They were welcomed into the house, and the Trinity said that they follow some principles, and only if the food is served adhering to those principles, they would accept it. The Trinity said that they wanted to see Anasuya naked, and then she could serve them food. Atri was shocked to hear this. Anasuya immediately agreed and transformed the Trinity into infants and began feeding them naked. Sage Narada learns about this and informs the Tridevis, Parvati, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. The Devis come to meet Anasuya and request her to release their consorts from infancy and give them back their divine Trinity form. Anasuya agrees to this request, and the Trinity now appear as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. All the gods, pleased with Anasuya's virtuousness, offered them a boon, to which the couple asked for a son who will be remembered forever by Mother Earth
Aww.
and who will prove useful to human and other forms of life. Thus were born the 3 sons, Chandra, Durvasa, and Dattatreya. Chandra was married to the 27 daughters of Daksha, the son of Lord Brahma. Those 27 daughters are the 27 lunar asterisms or stars. When Daksha gave away his 27 daughters in marriage to Chandra, he asked for a promise from Chandra that he would never look down upon any of his daughters and would treat them all equally with love and care. Chandra too promised Daksha that he will love and care all his wives equally. But amongst all his 27 wives, Chandra was the most fond of his 4th wife, Rohini, and spent most of his time with her.
Wow.
The
I
other
love that name.
26 wives were unhappy with this.
Uh-oh.
They went to their father and complained about this. By listening to the complaints of Chandradev from his daughters, Daksha got angry. In his anger, Daksha cursed his son-in-law that all his powers will decline with each passing day, and he would lose his beauty while suffering from a disease named Shayarog. Chandra begged Daksha to take the curse back, but it was too late. The dying deity prayed to Lord Shiva, who blessed the moon god with a boon, which in a way balanced the effects of the curse. This established the waxing and waning of the moon, according to which the moon increases in brightness for 15 days in Shukla Paksh and decreases in brightness for 15 days in Krishna Paksh. Chandra was disappointed at the thought of waxing and waning. His crescent shape would just be a constant reminder of the curse and his reduced strength. Shiva consoled him by saying that the crescent indicates that he would still retain some of his powers. Shiva also proposed to wear the crescent moon on his hair to show his devotees that they are dear to him even in their lowest moments. Thus, Shiva came to be known as Chandrasekhara, meaning the one with Chandra mounted on his head. Due to this curse of Daksha, the moon does not have children from his 27 wives. However, before his marriage, Chandra fathered the planet Buddha or Mercury with Tara, the wife of Brihaspati, who is the guru of the Devas. As per this story, once Chandra decided to perform the greatest of yagyas, Rajasuya Yagya. Chandra requested the guru of the Devas, Brihaspati, to preside as the main priest to perform the yagya. Due to some other reason, Brihaspati could not go and asked his wife Tara to preside over the yagya instead. As the yagya was progressing, Chandra began to attain a more beautiful form. His divine beauty kept increasing to such an extent that all the apsaras, including Devaguru's wife Tara, began to fall for Chandra's beauty. Tara returned home pregnant, and everybody questioned whose child was in her womb. Tara revealed that the child in her womb is of Chandra, the moon god. Listening to this sentence, Brihaspati was infuriated and cursed the child that he will become an androgynous being. Therefore, Mercury or Buddha is neither considered a male nor a female.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, we got 2 curses. India landed on the moon. These were the first footages we saw. How very beautiful.
Yeah, fantastic. So many people. I love that Prime Minister Modi ji was there. Yeah,
Yes.
congratulating, waving the flag.
Oh, it was so cute.
And then just the celebration at the end. It's a big, big, big achievement. I don't know yet about the significance, if it's more difficult to land on the south side. Probably. Otherwise, everybody would have done it. I think you got to go around to the back side probably. But anyways, very cool. Let me know the significance of that and why that's extra special. But yeah, hugely important. You guys have landed on Chandra, right? So yeah, the story from the Hindu Saga, that's mind-blowing once again, hey? These deities, and then so the curses led to the waning and waxing. So
love it.
And I think that's a way to explain what was happening, because we know that the radiance and the effulgence of the sun, we can't deny it scientifically, it's due to the sun, right? It's the light of the sun is shining on the moon, and then the earth is in between, and then that causes the different shapes. But I love how...
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah, I love how they explained it back in the day, because we talked about this too, I think, when we were watching, remember Sri Ganesh, when he had an encounter with the moon in the Bal Ganesh series, and then he took the light of the moon, I believe. These are great to explain, different things, but that too, we talked about it then, and yeah, it's due to the moon's radiance and light is coming from the sun.
Well, maybe if there wouldn't have been the curse, then the earth wouldn't have been in between the sun and the moon, and then the waning and the waxing wouldn't have happened.
Maybe the moon was in a different spot.
Yeah, maybe it was in a different spot. If the curse wouldn't have... What?
Yeah, no, I love talking about it.
What? Well...
We have to stretch our minds.
We have to,
open.
because otherwise it doesn't make sense, because it's due to the earth being in the middle.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, what is the curse about? If
Yeah, so what are your guys' theories on that? But anyways, lots going on in this video. We can't dissect it all because, yeah, there's so much going on just in these little Hindu Saga videos. They're so packed with information. But, yeah, very cool. How about you guys let us know all the importance and significance of the moon? And then dealing back to the lunar calendar. So that's very cool, right? Because we always wonder, sometimes we're like wondering when the next Hindu festivals are coming up, and then sometimes they're on
another day.
different days, and sometimes they like overlap, like they talked about. So that makes total sense, right? Lunar calendar,
Okay.
solar calendar.
Okay.
And I agree that the solar calendar is very rigid and fixed. It's like set. It's
Yeah.
like there's nothing.
Yeah.
A day is a day because in that calendar, a day is based on the sun,
Right.
but the moon has different phases. Yeah, let us know what you guys think. Anybody's got more details about these videos, let us know. And of course, absolutely, congratulations. Leave your congratulations emojis down below. It's got to be a party, I imagine, right now in India. It's a big year. So we just had India's Independence Day, and then now this. India is on the rise, and Sanatan Dharma with it.
Beautiful. Okay,
Resurgence.
guys. You might notice that we're rushing a bit because Roger has to go. And then we won't be recording for a few days. That's why we quickly wanted to squeeze it in now. So our discussion is not, as usual, very long and elaborate. But that's okay. All we wanted to do is get some information, and I'm sure we're going to cover the moon eventually.
Short
Again.
and sweet.
So, may the moon god bless you all, and of course Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna.
And now we know why Lord Shiva has the moon.
I love it.
That's great.
That's my favorite fact.
Awesome. Let us know your favorite facts. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Peace.